Hello, internet friends. I am Sixy, and today I have a tip/theory for you to help you time your Mythic plus 15 Keystones. Today we will be discussing the interaction between this week's affix, Quaking, Tyrannical, and the seasonal lieutenant, Soggodon. This video is a little different from my normal format because I have exactly one successful clip to show you. So let's start by jumping into some clips where my group and I could have done better to show why this interaction is so important. Soggodon is a lieutenant that came with the seasonal affix Tormented. He has a few abilities, an AoE damage, a massive tank hit, but most importantly, massive smash. It drags all players into melee range and then puts a large AoE circle on the ground. If you're still in that circle at the end of the cast, it will do damage and stun you for 5 seconds. Now these abilities are very manageable, even in a newer, less coordinated group. When it becomes really tricky is when you add the weekly affix Quaking on top. If the timings line up just right, Soggodon will pull everyone on top of each other right when you need to spread out for Quaking. In this clip, it kills everyone in my group except me because I was on the opposite side of the mob. This allowed me to not be standing in the main pile of Quaking, which kept me alive. In really high Mythic Plus, the majority of groups are completely skipping Soggodon. This is usually to save time, but if I had to guess, it also comes with the added bonus of not having extra deaths/wipes from the deadly interaction. I would recommend this strategy, but not killing Soggodon means that on the final boss of the dungeon, you will have an extra aura that increases all physical damage players take by 50%. Not only does this put a lot of stress on the tank and healer, it makes certain abilities that would otherwise be livable one-shot mechanics. The extra physical damage on the tank, plus this being a Tyrannical week, is for sure a limiting factor of higher keys. I completed a 20 HOA last night, and it took a massive amount of coordination between myself and the healer to survive the last boss after skipping Soggodon. So let's talk about alternatives. My first alternative is 100% a theory. I have not been able to get my group to coordinate to prove that this theory would work, but let's look at a diagram on how it could work. I'm calling this the star theory. If everyone in the group spreads out so that they create like a type of star, I believe that when Soggodon goes to do massive smash, all 5 players will be just outside of each other's Quaking circles. I've created a diagram and did a little math for you, but in theory, this is what it would look like. But since I have no clips where we actually did this, let's look at the triangle theory. Quaking deals 40% of player health, which means it does not scale with key level. So if my previous theory doesn't actually work, you can instead assign players to stack with each other. If you created 2 stacks of 2, this would ensure that no one takes any more than 40% of their health in damage and allows you to survive. Since Massive Smash is a very long cast, your healer should have time afterwards to catch up on healing prior to the AoE damage going off. Now with this theory, I have a clip in which by accident we achieved the triangle formation. As you can see, everyone takes a bit of damage, but it's a lot more manageable and no one instantly dies. I think this week's affixes are very manageable. If you're trying to push a new high key level for yourself, I think this is very achievable. If the tank and healer are geared, skipping Soggodon is probably your best bet, but if you're pugging or your tank is lacking or you feel the anima powers dropped by Soggodon are really beneficial, then I highly recommend trying out one of these 2 positioning strats. If this video helped you out, consider dropping it a like and subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. Thank you. Have a good day. Peace.